What's going on, everybody? It's my polar bear. Thank you all so much for checking out another video. And we have got another jumps and spots, and we are on, and I always forget the name of this, we are on Mercado Las Almas, and thank you to Hassan for asking me to cover this map, and I really do appreciate it. And if you like this series, likes help me out massively. It helps you out, likes help me out, and I do appreciate it. Also, in the comment section, please let me know what map you want me to cover next. If I haven't done it already, I will do that, name on screen, shout out, and all the rest of it. Now, before I push on with this quickly, I recently had a comment asking about the shields, the deployable shields, and how you can access certain areas. That is a grey area and something else entirely. If we've got time, I can look into it before Season 1 starts, but my main priority at the minute is just doing the base jumps and spots before Season 1, before we get new maps, and yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. So, Mercado. You know what, the jump spots are lacking, but it's got some really nice lines of sight. I've got some really nice strats for you, so let's crack on. So, alright, so it's kind of dropped me off in the banana factory here. Now, I break this map down heavily into three parts. You've got the banana factory side, you've got the cafe side, and you've got the main street. Now, over on this side, it's got a few interesting ones, but I like to start from top to bottom. So let's start from over here, and then we'll start from this corner, and we'll make our way around. So we'll go from, yeah, we'll just go from here, because that courtyard's got a few on its own entirely. Now, generally, when you see a lot of people playing on this map, when they come from warehouse, pushing over to the courtyard near A, they generally hover like this and whatnot, which, yeah, is fine, but I don't like this spot. This spot annoys me. And then when you're defending A, it's you know, there's actually a really good spot which people just aren't using. Generally, when people defending A, because you have a lot of back traffic from that back street down there, which is leading from the cantina all the way to this back alley, which kind of leads you up into this car park courtyard area. And generally what you'll do, you'll see people in here, which is, it's a nice line, yeah, but you can't see people coming out of the street, so, you know, or you can crouch up like this and stay like that, and yeah, it works, but, you know, it's not great. And then you can come back here, which, again, you can have, you know, you got pretty much, you got a better view of the street there, people walking out, people popping through, but this is predictable. And a lot of people, like, you find a lot of people here, and the counter to that is literally just behind that car, and people expect you to be here. My perfect one for this, well, I've got two. First one, bit basic, is this one here, which you can see have a perfect line of sight from that street, people passing out, or this, ooh, that one there. Because I know it's like literally like a foot further forward, but people don't expect you to be here. It's all about catching them off guard. And look at that view you've got from there. Let me put the scope on so you can see it a bit better. The view you've got coming from that back alley across there, it's a thing of beauty. Trust me, you will catch people out here a lot. So we'll come back to the courtyard last because I've got a few goodies over there, trust me. And we're going to start by what I would class as this yeah, it's just a bin van, isn't it, really? Yeah, so we got the bin van. The bin van is somewhat climbable on, and you can just kind of jump on the prongs here. And the only thing this is really coming useful for me is when I'm kind of getting chased through where they do the packaging for the banana factory, and the only time this is ever come into use, you know, when you've shot a couple of times and you're kind of stuck in the reload animation and you can't reload cancel. I've just kind of like hopped up here, finished off my reload, and then been able to get a bit of an advantage where, again, people come out here, they're kind of immediately like thinking you've gone that way or gone through that, and it's just a really random place to be. It's not, don't get me wrong, it's not foolproof by any stretch of the imagination, but it's helped me out before. But better things to do with this, what they call trash truck, no, bin van, is you can also come up to it like so here. That's going to give you a far better line of sight. My favorite one though from this bin van is if you come down here and crouch down, you have a perfect view of people coming out, well, from the front end of the banana factory, and that is, believe me, that's a nice spot. You will catch people unawares there all the time. Also, if you didn't know, you can jump on these bins. How much use that is to you? Well, that's entirely up to you. And you can also hop up here on this overgrown flower bed, and you can hop on the wall, but your countdown, your combat area will go off. But if you tuck yourself in just that little bit, you can stay on the wall and nothing will happen. I've tried to jump up here, it's just a graphic wall, that would be sick, but that's just not going to happen. You can like nudge yourself forward, use it to hop across here, and if you can do it before the time runs out, good for you, I'm impressed. And also you can use it to get onto this, I think this is just this metal carport roof here. Now again, this is also something else of use, somewhere people do not expect you to be. If you're coming through the banana factory side door there, you can catch people unawares. It's not necessarily my favorite one, but if you are trying to do a challenge, then it is somewhat ideal. My preferred spot for this is down there, because this one could be a bit of a ball ache to get to. I mean, I know it's just a case of you hop across that side of the wall and work your way across. My favorite one, though, if you want to check this, because I've found this area can be a bit of a bitch, this can. So if you hop up here and just lean over, you get a great view of that courtyard. Now, if you do shimmy up, it's going to try and knock you off, and it's going to take a couple of tries before you can get up there. But yeah, if you, like I said, if you jump up here and you think there's somebody in this courtyard, just check it like that. And I can assure you, it's so much better than just going, "Hi, how you doing, guys?" You know, just say, hop up, hop up, hop up. Have a good check around, have a good mooch. Now, the graphic wall kicks in here, so unfortunately you can't push yourself too much further. I thought I was going to have a moment then where it's like, you can't, no, you can put, no, you can't, no, you definitely can't. Also, people generally hop up here to just, like, check that. What does that offer anybody? Like, you know, the odds of, yeah, no, that's the best spot for that area. And again, this spot does work both ways if you want to use it. And hop up there. Look at that. Look how much better of a view that is. So much better. That's worth a subscription on its own if nothing else is. Now, when you're pushing through to the banana factory is an absolute bastard. But couple of things for you to do. If you're coming from here and you've got people in that building, you want to kind of push to the middle market, then first thing I always do before I go around that corner, check down here, because this area here is a little bastard. Because if you get in this corner and you bury yourself in the grass, you are super hard to see, and you've got full rotation of this area when prone. Full. It's a nightmare. You can literally just sit here and people just won't be looking for you. And you could look, like, this is prone. There's no prone block. There's no nothing. It's a dirty spot, that is. So I suggest you use it. So yeah, if you come down here, just do a quick check, and it's not going to. Yeah, it's just better than just walking out in the open and getting shot. Now, you want to head to the market. Cool, I do too. We don't want to approach things like this. We know better by now. If you're pushing up through here, then this is like something people moan about, like skill-based matchmaking and dying all the time, because you're not thinking. Like, you know, they just kind of roam out or sprint around corners. It's just going to get you killed. It's dumb. The amount of people passing through there. It's a high-traffic area, man. So what do you do? Glad you asked. Two things you can do. First one, lean. But I don't like this one too much because it's not clever enough. I'm a bit of a smart ass, not going to lie. I'd rather be a smart ass than a dumb ass. My favourite one, and believe me, it works. Line of sight isn't great. Hop. First time, Rob. There we go. Nope. Hop. There we are. And then lean over the top, and if I can get it right this time, this one takes a bit of finesse. That's a bit too far over, but you kind of get my gist. If you run up to this wall and grab on, there we go, and just peek over to see what's going on, then yeah, it's better than doing this. If you want to check that, boom, you're good to go. And also, this does work both ways, but it's not as useful, and you can't ledge on there, you just immediately mantle up. But coming from this side, if you want to just make sure what's going on around there before you push on, it's a good way of doing it. Now, I bypassed this building because unfortunately there's nothing in it. I mean, like this forklift here, you can, if you really want to, hop on there, but that's it. That's literally all you can do. You can't shimmy yourself around. You can't really do anything like that. I mean, other than just mounting up against these boxes, or coming up this side, getting near the forklift, down by the forklift. That's pretty much all you can do. If you're getting chased through here, just come in this corner and sit down. People think you're just running through. You'll just catch people out all the time. Just when they come in, just give them a nice little surprise and boom, you're good to go. Now, the banana factory, like the cantina, is a bit of a bitch, I'm not going to lie. But before we get into there, let's just kind of quickly go over this. Because if you want to call in a kill streak on this map, I would highly suggest you just jump up here. And I know you're like open, but this area here is a bit of a low traffic area. The only chance you're really going to get is if somebody pops you out through that window up there. And I just use this area here for calling in my kill streaks. That's all I use it for. And so if we're pushing through here, obviously this is a good spot to just check. Just people pushing through that little back alley there. This door is usually open because campers are going to camp. But say you want to push into this courtyard before you go to the main market. Do I just hop on this bin here and kind of have a bit of an overlook and leave all my body exposed? No, don't do that. That's dumb. If you want a better view of that, you come up to this rubbish pile here and you just nudge yourself to the left and look, a mount. Boom! Look how much better that is. Yeah! You're going to see them before they see you. And by the time they see you, not going to be able to do a great deal about it. They'll be dead. Now, I avoid the banana factory because it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. There's no... I've tried jumping on these. I've tried shooting it out. Tried jumping through. There's no actual way of... Sneaky way of being able to get in there. You know, I was kind of trying all these different things before I started going, do I jump up to there? Do I jump up here? By the way, if you didn't know, you can jump up here. And do I get across that way? No, unfortunately not. There's no real way of getting in there without going through the doors. So my best strat, if people are camping the banana factory, the best way I've found of going in there is firstly, check your corners, check your doors, make sure no one's there. Then I generally come in line with the cocaine table here and walk backwards whilst looking up and ADSing. And then when you can't go back anymore, just hop and hop until you nudge yourself on. And it's just going to give you the best opportunity because up here is a tricky place to get, you know, it's tricky to get caught out here. It's a really dominant spot. It's a real easy place, like say, pick people off from the back alley there, pick people off from the courtyard who are rushing through to the market. I was able to sit here and just get challenges done. It's a really cheesy spot and I hate it, but at the same time it's useful, so I know why people use it. So yeah, if you want to attack it, that's the best advice I can give you. Back up to the cocaine table and just hope for the best. Unfortunately, there's no other way. Now, let's get down to... Should I do my least favourite part of the map next or my most favourite? Most favourite. We're going to my most favourite part of the map. That market, the middle street, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like I said, don't forget, when you're passing through, hop on your ledge, check. It honestly, I know, but it's a really good place to just get a few free kills. And also, coming from that market, use this van, because so many people use this doorway here, and you just want to catch people out, and if you just sat here, and you can see them coming, it just makes your life so much easier, because you're hidden. You know, you just got so much more better cover than coming through here and then just engaging in a gunfight in the open. You can see, just tuck yourself behind here, try to get some shots off. Or if you want to really camp, jump on this rubbish bin, wait for him to come around, and boom, you're good. So, let's push through whatever room this is. I don't know. I don't know what the room is. Right, so we got the taco truck, we got the A flag, and we have literally the main point of contention, which is this middle part of the map. Now, usually what people do is they'll come to this part of the map, they'll post up here, and they'll start having gunfights with people in the middle. It's not completely useless, that, not gonna lie. It's not bad, to be fair. Have we got a better one? Of course we do. Right, so firstly, you can hop on this wall, or you can do it from the roof of this van. It's up to you. From the taco truck. Taco, burrito. Sorry, I was watching South Park before it came on. And first one is, use this tree. I know that sounds dumb. Use this tree. The other side of that gate. Oh, it works. Trust me, works. It's meant. Like, people just have no idea, and you can just take it. Let's get shot by a fucking tree. Yeah, you did. It was me. Like, you are completely exposed to this backside here, so just make sure that you've got the A flag, and just, you know, just like, but look how good this is against that fence there. It's stupid. I love it. It's just broken. And right, okay, so go back to serious times now. I was trying to look for different ways that you can like hop up there and see this middle line of sight, because if you get up into this RV, yeah, it's great, but you're really exposed. Or, you know, if you like, you can come to this wall here and you can do your ledge lean, but again, you know, you got your secondary out, not really great for distance, even though the pistols are really strong in this game. Is there a better? Of course there's a better way. There's always a better way. Okay, hoppity 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 hoppity. Now you can use this. What is this? Is it a churro stand? You can use this stand here and drop down. That is where people are going to be coming in from. That is a really prominent one, because you can just pop yourself out of the way, shoot back up. But if you want to see a bit more, now this one is a little bit tricky to pull off. You come to the edge of the wall here, you jump on the steel girder, you get to the wall, and you take yourself here, and boom. It's just a better line of sight, and whilst the tarpaulin definitely doesn't offer any cover and you are somewhat exposed out here, you can duck right down, and it's just a mean spot to be. People aren't looking for you here. And you know what Call of Duty's like? It's so quick, you know, that extra second of people like looking down there for you where they think you're going to be, and then looking up, you've already got them. And that's why that one works great. Also, a bit of useless information for you. If you want to just like hop across this gate here, you can do that. If you want to stay on this wall and try and not die and nudge yourself to the edge, you can also do that, but a graphic wall starts here, and then you can come back up there. Why that is, I don't know, but it just is. This is the world that we live in, and hey-ho, it is what it is. Also, these cars don't get used enough. They don't get enough credit for covering when you want to go. It's actually really, really useful. So, yeah, use that, and you'll have success, I can assure you. They offer a lot of cover. Obviously, if someone throws a grenade at you, you're pretty much up shit creek on a poo canoe in a river of piss, but hey, until that happens, not your problem. The market's got some decent ones, actually, but I'm just kind of quickly going to cover off the cantina, because the cantina is a bit of an arse. Now, the cantina, unfortunately, like the banana factory back there, it has no other ways in other than the doors. I don't like it when they do that. That annoys me. Now, literally, like, if you want to be somewhat creative, it's hopping onto there and just trying to get a better line of sight before you go into the building. That's literally all I can offer you on this one. It's a bit crap, not gonna lie. And I was kind of like hoping that we could like hop and like just ledge climb on or anything. And one thing that irritates me is these canopies or carports, whatever you want to call them. They're so inconsistent. Like, they've been our savior in so many maps up until this point, and this map they just don't seem to want to work. So screw you, canopies. Yeah, unfortunately, there's no good ones for this. There's no real hard counters to it. There's, you know, like this one is a bit useless, but this one, it can offer you against that back alley there. This one, like I said, again for the back alley and bringing you from the side alley, from the C part of the map. It actually is a really good power position on the map to have. And like I say, that back alley there, this cut through 2B's really, really nice. Mount yourself on there, cover B-dom. It's, you know, it's a really nice spot to be, but unfortunately, there's no way in there other than them doors. Now, also, if you hop up here, it's, again, useless information, but you can do this. I don't know how helpful it's going to be, but you probably didn't know you could do this, I'm guessing. But unfortunately, no, there's no other way of, like, say, you can hop up here, and this won't really serve you very well unless somebody's kind of just tack sprinting after you around here like an absolute fucking Fruit Loop. So let's go to the back, because the backside of the map, the most interesting part is that middle market. But counterpoint to my sniper point before, if somebody is on the tarpaulin, you can hop yourself onto the churro stand and you bring yourself over. That is a direct counter to where you would be on the tarpaulin. So again, works both ways. If someone's up on that tarpaulin, you can come back on this far wall here. Just be careful how far in you go. You can walk across this to a certain extent. How much that's really going to offer you is, your mileage out of that is entirely up to you. But again, you can also, one second, get back up here, and yeah. So it's not useless. Like I said, if people are right at the back there where that tarpaulin is, but like I said, mileage varies. Now let's go to the other side of the map, and obviously when people hop up here, this spot's dumb. I don't like this spot. It's just yeah. On this side, I don't like the side of the map in general, to be fair. That is far better for me, I usually find, because people are just looking for you here, and people are just stop being so obvious. You know, like I say, just tuck yourself in there. You know, duck, tuck, mount. Do it that way. Don't just be like, oh, I'm here. Ugh, no, it irritates me. And I didn't realise this before. No, sorry, I confused myself then. I thought, no, I've tried that churro stand. You can't get on there. Right, this back alley here is all but covered. Yep, this side of the map is all but done. Let's go back to my favourite side of the map before we crack on, because we are nearly finished now. And we come all the way around here. That is muscle memory kicking in, because I never go run through that middle part of the market because you're just asking for death. And yeah, it's right. Let's just come back here real quick. I know I've spoken about these cars, and there we go. That's what threw me off. I didn't open them doors. There we go. So, right, when you're coming through here and you want to get towards the gates, and generally that is a heavy hotspot, high traffic area, you can just take these out, and that is going to offer you there, behind this car, is going to do you a great service. I'm also pretty sure there's a way, unless I slept on it, yeah, there's a way of seeing people's feet through there as well if you want to offer yourself more cover. And there's also, again, this is also a bit dirty too, so you will catch people out with this spot. It's nice. Now, when I was kind of looking at this before, when I shot through, I don't know how it would work, because it seems as if the bullet does go through-ish, but I wouldn't rely on that one too much. Now, the market itself does offer itself a few uses, not many, but a few. Now, if you are pushing up through this middle market here, instead of just kind of like just walking out here like a nugget, hop on the melon stand, melons, and just poke yourself out, and that's going to offer you a decent view if you want to kind of just push up into there. Alternatively, got stuck. Alternatively, is it this one or is it? Confusing myself now. No, it's not that one. Yeah, everyone knows about that one. Oh, I just put myself in a brain pickle super hard. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I've only been doing YouTube for about 8 years. I'm new at it. This is a nice spot to catch people out. Again, you tuck behind. You can see the silly sausages hiding behind that wall back there. This one comes in very useful. Good sight of B, and it's just a nice one to use. This one, again, if people are pushing you through the seaside, it's just a nice way to catch people out before they catch you out. And I don't see people using these enough. Generally, like I said, when you come to the market, you might have the odd person back here, but you never see anybody tucking themselves up near the melons, giggity, and falling off. They're tucking themselves up by the melons and peeking around to catch people out. Like I said, because you've got such a good cover there, when they come around, that's protecting you. So they don't notice you till you come around, and then by the time they come around and see you, it's just completely too late. They're suffering from a bout of a deadness. And that is it for Mercado Las Almas. If you enjoyed this, likes help me out massively. Thank you so much for sticking with me on this one. I apologize, this video came a bit late. If you're still with me up until now, let me know in the comment section what map you would like me to do next, and if I haven't covered it already, I sure as hell will do. You know what, for one that doesn't have a great deal of jump spots, the lines of sight on this were good, and the strat runs on this were good, and yeah, it's all in all, it's probably, actually, I dare say, it's probably my favorite map in the game.